Right, go ahead. So what were we talking about?
Well, it's open and limitless discussions, right?
It is a limitless conversation. Today's conversation is about generally talking and getting understanding of Islam. Okay, with Ramadan coming up, I want to continue from our discussion from last episode where we started talking about Islam and how it's a bit of a religion. Some of the people out there will probably disagree with it, but I think generally talking without getting too deep into the whole Islamic agenda, just general open-end conversation I wanted to have, you know what I mean? Last week, some of the guys here were talking quite deeply about Islam, and you came back with something that I don't know why you would say that. You said, we're not knowledgeable enough here, so we shouldn't be talking about it. So surely, more we talk openly, we'll get a better understanding, no?
Well, the thing is, you must understand Islam is not a topic of discussion in a sense that, with utmost respect towards it, it's not a topic of discussion in a sense that, we start presenting our opinions. This is why Islam is Islam compared to other religions where people's opinion matter more than actually the content of it, of the scripture, right? For us, what matters is the actual scripture. There are no ifs and no buts, right? Us giving our opinions are technically a bid'ah, and first and foremost, you opening a statement, let's talk about Islam, I don't feel myself being qualified enough to even sort of discuss the basics of it. So obviously, when you talk about things, you can talk about things. Yeah. You may think, you may have, you must have.
We all have views, don't we? So by sharing our views, we get an understanding. You may be a bit more knowledgeable than me. I might be a bit knowledgeable about whole religion, and by talking about it, we'll get a better understanding. Because what we discussed last week, was growing up, post 16. Okay, it's pre 16 years, your mum and dad's duty to teach you about life, religions and stuff like that. And post 16, you generally venture out and stuff like that. And finding out, talking to the guys, even I grew up with these guys, okay? And some of the things they were saying, it was totally different. Because I grew up in a household where religion was banged into my head, making sure I study and all that was banged into my head. Then some of the other guys their parents clearly didn't give a damn. They don't know about basics of Islam and that. By talking about it, we found out. So surely it's good to talk about it. No?
The thing is, yes, talking in what sense though? That matters. So one is, part of it is being, the da'i or dawah, right? Yeah. Obviously, which is, again, you can't just stand in a street calling up on people to join Islam or to fall in the folds of Islam without the basic knowledge, right? Obviously, we have the duty to convey the message in our means, but for that you need the basic understanding, right? Why people are kind of like brainwashed because them not knowing anything, and someone kind of like a person who pretend to be knowledgeable kind of like start diverting them in a way which they shouldn't be. So hence why we've got a proper mechanism of educating ourselves on the religious topics through imams, through the institutes who are recognized and
surely
certified.
With social media, YouTube and all that, we can gather a lot of information, and then we can have a open dialogue. It doesn't have to be giving out a dawah, you know what I mean? We can talk to each other just like on a level and get an understanding. Just like now, we've opened a dialogue. You're saying it's totally. Well, you're not saying totally wrong.
No. The thing is, it goes back to my initial point. The content, what you're discussing, right? If you are discussing the principles of Islam, which we are in other words, we have very limited knowledge of because we are just laymen. We are not scholars. Okay, that is a bit of a shaky grounds, because then if we start giving our opinions and we think what is norm from our perspective then and possibly it may not be in line with the Islamic teachings, then we are at a very shaky ground.
Why would we be shaky ground? Well, I'm still kind of baffled to get an understanding of this. Surely, if the intention is right, we're out there talking to get a better understanding. Our intention is clean.
Okay.
So surely it's good, no?
So, where is Allah? Yeah. If I don't want to sort of take you deep down.
Take me.
No, I'm not qualified to do that. Yeah.
But do you really have to be qualified though?
100. Okay.
Why?
So, where is Allah?
Allah is everywhere.
Where?
Right here, right there, right everywhere.
Okay. Where? Are you saying physically Allah is around you?
No, Allah is not physically around.
So
but
when you say
He's everywhere, He's all seeing, all knowing.
How?
See, there you go, man. That's just going to go into.
So now on this specific topic, on this specific subject, obviously the Quran is quite explicit about it, right? Okay. But we have a whole different sects of Islam on just this specific. There's a division in Islam on this specific topic, on this specific subject, while Quran is explicitly clear on it, so now if I start giving my opinion, my explanation on that, I'm actually risking my own iman on this. So,
really?
Bro,
how?
You must understand the element of shirk, okay? You must understand the element of kufr. Okay. You must understand that the fine line of being a Muslim and living Islam without even knowing, so we have to be, obviously Allah is forgiving, right? But obviously we have to be mindful of, like what you're discussing, how you're discussing. Islam is not a topic that mates sit while blowing shisha and discussing deen.
No?
Why
can we not have that though? Then it becomes too strict,
what?
And people in this, especially in this Western world, you're not going to be bringing generations in, are you? Surely it's not that.
The problem is that Islam is not a joke. It's a principle.
It's a devotion.
It's a devotion. It's a path, right? And it's a path that is chosen by our Creator, right, for us, for all the humanity, not a man creating something. So when you talk about these things, there are people who have devoted their lives 30-40 years just to get an explanation of a chapter, let alone the whole what would be the right term, theology of Islam, right? Just a single matter in Islam, people have spent 30, 40, 50 years learning and perfecting that, and now us who may Allah forgive us, we find it difficult to pray 5 times a day, sitting here discussing something which is, how can you justify it? How can you justify it? Yes, I understand the element of, there should be a basic discussion, why Salah is fard on us, what shall we be teaching our kids, from what age, all of that, that's fine, that's a common household discussion, right? But then certain matters that are discussed previously.
What in last episode, we touched on the purpose of life.
Okay,
you're telling me we can't even discuss that?
Why not?
Yes.
Why not?
Tell me.
Obviously.
From your experience, from your knowledge, you're a bit more knowledgeable.
No, don't.
Why?
Bro, don't put me on the spotlight.
I'd like to think you're a bit more knowledgeable, more knowing. So, your point of view kind of would be interesting to know. What is the purpose of life?
So the thing is, the purpose of life, again, depending on what is your belief, right? For some, the purpose of life is to become a millionaire. For some, the purpose of life is to be certain sort of individual, right? When you say what is the purpose of life, so you can't generalize things.
Surely, look, you just touched on somebody wants to be a millionaire, right? Okay, that's great. Okay, that is one purpose. But what happens when you get to a certain age? That is what I wanted to touch on. You understand? So what happens after that 70, 80 years or whatever age that you're going to die? Yeah. One thing that we know, yeah, for every human being will taste death. Yeah.
Well,
so what happens after that? Can we not discuss that?
Why not?
I don't know. You're saying
that's a reminder. No, but you're taking me on the wrong side, on the wrong sort of like mindset. When I say you can't discuss things, is the what would be the right term that I shall use? You can't, the principles of Islam.
Yeah, we're not coming as a scholar. We're not saying this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
It's from our limited knowledge. We're discussing what we know. It might be wrong, okay, but we believe it to be concrete because somebody knowledgeable has taught us that. Okay, so hence why we're discussing it. There are some brothers here that don't know the basics, so we were talking about it and got a better understanding.
So, for example, my background or my profession is not in mechanics, but it's my hobby, right? Does my hobby qualifies me to be a full-time mechanic? Yes or no?
Not a full-time mechanic, but you can have a point of view because you have a understanding of the workings of...
Yeah, one is the theoretical side of things, and one is the actual practical side of things, I
think we've already discussed that.
Hold on. Exactly, So let's not go there, right? But the point that I'm presenting here is this, like, okay, if I think that I know bits of it, does it exclude the point of me ever visiting a mechanic? No, I still need a mechanic. I still need that specialist.
But you do discuss. There you go. So you're contradicting what you
How?
You do have some knowledge.
You
do get involved with the guys.
Okay, hold on. On the same principles, right? Let's say my neighbor approaches me, and he say, Ahmed, come have a look at my car, and let's say his car is misfiring, right? There can be potentially many things, and I can tell him that possibly it is this, possibly it is that, but I would say definitely take it to the mechanic. The terms, hold on, possibly option A, possibly fault B, possibly fault 3, but definitely you need a mechanic. I gave him kind of like a sense of direction, but it does not exclude the point that he should sit with me and listen to my opinions and my possibilities of different faults, right? What should happen? He should actually go and seek that knowledge and assurance from the relevant qualified specialists. Yes, the point is that your son, as a Muslim father, it is your duty to ensure that your son reads Quran or starts at least with the qaida. What will happen next? Either you will educate him on Quran, but when it comes to tajweed, you can't do that. He must have to be with imam, with a teacher to teach him, right? Similarly, we may know, zakat, hajj, so all of those things, those are the basic information that we hold. But to understand the in-depth information of those topics, the point is this: if you want to seek a knowledge, seek it from the person who's qualified.
That's with everything, though, isn't it? It doesn't mean we can't discuss it. It doesn't mean we can't. You said we are not intellectual enough to be discussing that. We are just having an open discussion. And you came with something very.
Bro, the thing is, you are still. I'm finding it difficult for you to understand that what I'm trying to say. What is permissible to discuss and what should not be discussed. So there is an element that you can discuss, there's an element that you can have a discussion upon, right? But there are certain things which are something that is beyond our means to even discuss it, you know. For those, when shuyukh say, people put their head down out of respect when they talk, yeah. You can't, you know, it's not, I don't know, you're trying to find it difficult for, you know, what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm disagreeing with it. That's why I'm not finding it easy to understand where you're coming from. I understand, yeah, exact example what you just gave about the cars, and I get that. Okay, but you're not a mechanic, but you get involved with the discussions, don't you, with the mechanics? So same thing. So I have some knowledge of my religion. So surely, yeah, it gives me.
It gives you
some what is the word, to discuss it with thinking about my religion with people who don't know. Surely,
you can guide them. All we are, when we say we are the ambassadors of Islam, our point, the responsibility allocated is to signpost. Yeah, it's not to actually open and start. You know, if you are educated enough, if you're qualified enough, then it is your responsibility to do it, right? But if you are a professional in a different industry, right, your responsibility is to signpost. Yeah, so a lot of these, new dais, what they do, okay, what is Islam? Okay, why? Well, the existence of God, the prophets, why Islam is the true religion. Okay, why don't you read Quran? Yeah.
So now we've read the Quran, we've got a bit more understanding. So surely we can go and now talk to my mate, who is not doing anything. Say, listen, look.
This what you're doing is it must be done, right? Yeah. But then what I'm trying to say is that I'm not against what you're saying. Yeah, I'm not against. I've never kind of like said that should not happen, right? But what I'm trying to say is this: that when it comes to the theology, the philosophy, or the core principles of the Islam, that's not something that a layman should be discussing, because then opinions come in, the matters of Sharia and all of that. When you're talking, you're discussing, opinions fly left, right and center. Yeah, some of us are quite liberal, and see Islam from a liberal perspective. Some are conservative, quite traditionalist, right? So for some Muslims, it's absolutely fine for them not to wear their headscarves, right? Because they think, my heart is clean, why shall I just wear hijab, right? But on the other side, there's another side of the coin, a complete opposite discussion, right? So the point is this, that, person who is seeing Islam from a lens where she or he don't feel to have the aura preserved, while them thinking that, my heart is clean and I'm the most pious and I'm the most sincere person, right? I really don't feel to wear a headscarf. Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that, though? I mean, let's just
that's really subjective.
Let's just say your sister. You're now fairly religious. Yeah.
I'm not. Why?
No, let's just say for argument's sake. For the argument's sake. Yeah. I'll say I'm religious. Yeah. Now, I'm going out, hanging around with very holy brothers and whatnot. Yeah. And then my sister, is out on the street, no hijab, let's just say she's going to Shisha Lounge, for example, with her girls and whatnot. Okay, my who's religious boys, see her and that, and I'm here preaching to them, how does that make me look?
The thing is, the guidance comes from Allah. Okay, at the end of the day, you cannot force Islam on anyone. Okay, be it is your sister, be it is your daughter, be it is your wife. Your duty is to always encourage them to the right path, right? You've asked about my opinion. My opinion will never go against the rulings of Islam. If Islam says it is, it is. Will I enforce it? No, I will never enforce it. One thing is this. A prime example of this is when I say the guidance comes from Allah. Look at the life of our Rasul, our Prophet. His very own uncle never became a Muslim. Yeah, despite him trying his best. Yeah, despite him being the last prophet where billions of people follow him. Yeah, but the guidance come from Allah, and you can't just enforce people to believe what you believe, although your duty is to convey the message.
Going back to my sister, for example, now I'm out there, giving dawah, and at home, my sister is completely opposite. Does that make me a hypocrite?
No.
You're
doing, at the end of the day, you're going to, I cannot say yes and no, but from a logical perspective, all of us are accountable for our own actions, all of us have our own shortfalls. We are accountable for our own accounts. You do your due diligence by conveying what's right and what's wrong in the most passive way, in the most understandable approach, right? It is